He's laughing. He's laughing. Okay, I got you laughing. All right, so this is
Sebastian.
Sebastian, what makes you special? Let me say it. Wait. Not only are you a stalker, you stalked me from where?
I stalked you from Prague, Yanni.
And where is Prague for the people who are geographically challenged? Who have no clue. There's a country called Prague. It's not a purse or a pair of shoes, because that's what it sounds
Not
like.
a pair of shoes.
Right.
It's not a pair of shoes.
Where is Prague?
Prague is actually the capital city of the Czech Republic. And the Czech Republic is located right in Central Europe. And it's a gorgeous country. It's a very old country.
Yes.
And it's a country that only very recently came from behind the Iron Curtain. I think they had the Velvet Revolution in '89,
Yep.
and and they came full on in like 1992.
Right, after the wall dropped and all of that.
Right.
We oldies will remember that time. We know that history lessons. Young people be like, what velvet curtain? What iron curtain? What is that? Okay, so you were in Prague when you first met me when you first saw me almost 2 years ago.
That's right.
How did you come across my videos?
I came across your videos on Facebook. I don't know if I saw your videos through a friend or if I just came across your videos by accident. But when I first saw them, I couldn't stop watching. I binged like 7 or 8 videos in a row that night.
And you were even binging last night. You had Candace, your BFF.
I did.
Watching. And she don't even have locks.
I know.
How did we convince you to watch that stuff?
That's a fascinating thing about it, because it's like the videos are educational and entertaining whether you have locks or not. There's a certain energy, and there is a certain there's a certain amount of love that goes into each one of these videos, and so whether or not you have locks, you're still gaining something by watching.
Thank you.
And so so it's not hard to get other people to watch with me.
Right. So one of the things when you say you happen to be in the States because you come twice a year.
That's right.
Right, and you didn't expect to even get an appointment with me, realizing how easy it was.
Yes.
All right, but you were extra with your hair because you were convinced you had horrible hair.
I did. I was convinced. I've been growing my locks since 2000.
Uh-huh.
I've cut them a couple of times because there were obviously mistakes made along the way.
Right.
And yeah, when I started my lock journey, I started with the black gel, the whole early 2000s, late 90s black gel thing, and that was very popular. And it wasn't until much later that, I'm sorry, wait a minute. A hair had come into my...
No, that's how much hair you got. That's how much hair you got. Don't worry. Many times I'm talking so much, clients here get in my mind hold up. It's fine. Well, go ahead. It's so funny.
I started my hair journey in 2000, and I went vegan in 2004.
Right.
So I care a lot about about several different issues, and I noticed that there was a difference in the health of my hair.
Right.
But my hair still was not disrespectful as you hear so often in Yanni videos.
Right. That's what you thought.
That's what I thought.
Right.
And occasionally I would have some breakage far up the lock rather than little nubs that were just coming off of the end.
Right.
So yeah, I really didn't know what to do. I got very frustrated, and approximately 4 years ago is when I just said, you know what, I'm going to leave my hair alone. And when I stumbled across your videos, I was so thankful because I started to educate myself on how to take care of my hair on my own.
Right.
And part of the education that comes out of this, and part of the the love that comes with these videos, is that you help people to maintain themselves. Yep. You always say, I don't want to see you in my chair.
I really don't.
In 2 weeks,
I can't.
in another
and
month.
I can't see everybody. I'm giving you information to help yourself.
And that was instrumental for me, and it carried me over the past 2 years until just a couple of weeks ago when I saw your video and saw that someone had booked you from Japan, and I'm like, this is
serendipity.
This is serendipitous that I happen to be here, and I saw this video at exactly this time, and I said, I'm going to try it. I'm going to call and leave a message.
If Japan dude could do it, Prague dude could do it.
If Japan can do it, Prague can do it. And I just happen to be going home to Prague again next week. So
exactly a week from now. A week from now. So how was first of all, how does your hair feel after Jimmy did his dropped his magic hands.
Oh, Jimmy's magic hands. Like, there's no other way to describe them than magic. Like, my hair feels amazing. It's still tingling from, like, you know, from his fingers washing it. And, like, you know, in several different times. It's like, you know, it's like, this
he
is
washes constantly.
Luxury experience.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that was amazing.
So what were some of the bad habits you had back then to what you've learned now?
Bad habits. Number one, like, I wash my hair way
too
much.
blasted in my Trinidadian accent. Too blasted often.
Too blasted often.
In my Trini accent, too blasted often. But go ahead.
I didn't always, back in the day, I didn't always cover my hair.
Yes.
And so I would sleep, like, you know, with whatever. Like a cotton pillow, like, not covering my hair up and everything. Other bad habits, like, I did not, still do not moisturize as frequently as I do.
But you eat properly and you drink a lot of water, so your moisture really comes on the inside.
Yeah, like that internal moisture is very different.
Way better. Yes.
So like those are some of the worst offenses of mine. Over manipulation wasn't really a problem because some of the things that you would see, some of the advice that you would see people give online just did not ring true for me. I'm like, I never wanted to be one of those people who did my hair like every other week. Like, you know, and sometimes when I would go and see a loctician, not Yanni the lockologist, and like, you know, and they would just do it too tightly, and I would go home and like, I would just feel compelled to like, just like wash it out and just like, you know, and let it be more disrespectful just like 2 or 3 days later. So those were some of the bad habits, and I was convinced that like, you know, that leaving your hair disrespectful was somehow not okay. And like, you know,
it's the only way I know.
And yeah, like I never wanted to be one of those people who had styles like all the time, snatching my hair back and pulling at my hairline and all of that. And so I just like 90% of the time, if I'm out, I leave my hair down. If I'm home, I've learned to put my hair in a bonnet. Yeah. And that's just the way
it's life.
Yeah, that's just life.
It's part of the life. So. Right. So I know everybody's wondering, how long have you lived in Prague?
4 years now.
Because you actually live in Prague. I know everybody is wondering, well, what the heck is a black man with locks doing in Europe living there? What do you do for a living?
I am a technical
Tell the masses.
writer. I'm a technical writer and copy editor.
You're a copy editor.
A lot of the work that I do is with the federal government and working with environmental reports. I couldn't be happier. But I also teach.
I told you were going to miss that part.
Yeah, no, I also teach. I'm very blessed. I'm very fortunate. I get to teach about critical race theory, food history, and animal rights, and the confluence of these things. That's very important to me, and it's also very important just sharing this knowledge, just sharing this education. Like my background is in journalism, and I really I love the work that I do. I love like helping other people get connected to these issues. I love helping other people, like, you know, learn about the history of political resistance and, like, you know, the history of political resistance, especially in Black communities. Yes. And the commonalities of struggle. And that's like that. All of those things are very real for me. And all those things are like, you know, they're very important to me. Yes. And I couldn't like, I feel really, again, I feel really blessed. I don't know how else to describe it because, like, you know, I live a charmed life and like, I couldn't imagine doing anything else. And it's, one of the things that's so important to me, one of the things that's very important is to stay humble. That's so real for me. Yes. Like, you know, don't get too into yourself. Don't like, you know, don't forget your blessings. Yeah. Don't forget your blessings. Don't forget all of the people that are important in your life. You can't see her off camera, but one of the most important people in my life, one of my best friends in the world, and my family, she's sitting just off to my left right now. And you know, and like, you know, and I feel like this is just another blessing for me. Like actually getting to connect with Yanni, whom I've been following, like you for stalking. Stalking. Let's use real words. If you're all the way in Prague, it's not following now. It's full-blown stalking. Let's be real now. I just didn't press charges, but it's full-blown stalking. That's some stalking involved. Like, you know, like I have not missed a video. Like I've watched so many of them, not just on Facebook, but I followed the videos from Facebook to YouTube. Yeah. And it has been like, you know, it's been an incredible time, and I've learned so much, and really like that knowledge that you share has carried me like, you know, until this day,
This
when
moment.
like we actually got to meet in person.
Yes. And you got to meet Monkey and Blue.
Both of them.
Both of them. So what, just to wrap up, and just to let you know, I'm going to convince you, because we're going to keep in touch via WhatsApp.
We certainly will.
Good. You need to start your blog.
Right.
You're an activist. You're doing amazing things in the vegan industry. May I say the LGBT community too?
Right.
Good. So we need in the Black community, you need to start your blog. So I'll be on you with that.
And now it's on camera. It's there forever.
Yeah, there we go. So now you really got you just manifest it, claim it, make it happen. What advice, just to wrap up, what advice would you give anybody with blogs who made some of the mistakes you made?
I definitely would recommend to people to, like, number one, like, I know that this is just like regurgitating advice that I've seen on Yanni's page so many times, and Yanni has repeated it often enough.
Yeah,
but you've always said, like, don't get like too caught up in technique.
Yeah.
Like, that technique business is a trap. Like, if I was able to start it all over again, I would have been team disrespectful from the beginning.
Yep.
I would have been
all about the health.
like free form, semi-free form, whatever. Like, I would not have been so into like the manicure things that, like, you know, that were on offer at the time.
Yeah.
Find your tribe. That's another piece of advice that I would give to somebody. Like, you know what? Like, you know, find a community of people who embrace you, who embrace your hair, and, like, you know,
that's very interesting. I like how you said that. I never thought about that. Find
absolutely,
your tribe.
absolutely,
Yes.
and
who
like,
accepts you,
and who accepts you, like, you know, who understands you, and who knows how to engage with you, like, you know, in the spirit of loving engagement. Like, you know, find those people.
Right.
You know, and it sounds like that's not, like, you know, well, that's life advice and not hair advice, but like hair
no,
advice and life
actually
advice
it
are the
is,
same
because
thing.
even in the lock community there are biases.
There are.
Because I like how you say, I never thought of that. I'm going to be using that, by the way. Find your tribe, because there are people in the lock community who's against what I'm for. They like that neat look, and you have an amazing jobs, and you're in the public eye and all of that. But when you came here, you walked in the door with a head of very disrespectful hair, which you said it hadn't been done in God knows how long.
Right.
So if you want to get that holistic, natural journey, you need to associate with people who is on the same, whether they have locks or not, but understand you, because your BFF, your sister girl, everything is right next to you. She's of a different race, and you're very accommodating. You brought him here. You are very supportive, right, of what he do. So this is your tribe.
This is my
and she's
tribe.
not even black. She has straight hair.
Team Korean, yeah.
Team Korean,
like, yeah.
but she's Korean, right? Exactly, with white hair. But she was right up with us next. Oh yeah, it looks amazing. That is the tribe. You want that push, because even in the lock community, we could still have our like be afraid, have our own insecurities. So you need that support, very much so.
That's what I tell people. That's what I would want people to know.
Yes,
so,
I love it.
Thank you so much.
Well, Sebastian, not only did you invite me to Prague, no, you lie. I invited myself. Because I'm Trinidadian. We invite ourselves. I am coming to Prague next year, God willing. We will be doing an epic video. But in 6 months, you're coming back. We're going to do a beautiful color. We're going to make it look spicy. You have a lot of homework to do. You know what your homework is?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then we'll continue these blogs. So I know everybody will want to see the after, like, what about the guy from Prague? So we definitely invite you back, okay?
Thank you so much.
Good. It was great seeing you, King. You have a good one.